All right, guys, here's our last part of our lesson for today. Let me get this bigger. All right, now we're going over to the metric conversions for our metric units. And you'll notice on the top of this lesson on the back on page 13.6, it doesn't say converting metric units of weight because metric units actually measure mass. And if you remember the week before spring break, we talked about the difference between mass and weight. Weight is only when we take our mass and we consider gravity pulling down on our mass. So when I'm on Earth, my weight is much larger than my mass than if I was sitting on or standing on the moon. When I'm on the moon, my weight is much less because there's less gravity pulling down on my mass. But my mass is the same on Earth as it is on the moon, not depending on the gravity, because mass is just the amount of space that I take up. So when we're using metric units, it's not considered weight, it's considered mass. Okay? So they're going back to our King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk, our scale here. And we're going to work on just 3 measurements in units. Gram, which is the unit. And remember, gram is mass, but you can also use liter for capacity, or you can use meter for length, and the conversions are done the exact same way for all 3. Okay, but today we're going to talk about gram for mass. Also milligrams. Milligrams are 1/1000th of a gram. So there's 1,000 milligrams in every gram. A kilogram is 1,000 times grams. So let's get this way. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Because how many jumps are there in between? 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 zeros because this is 10 to the 3rd power. So it's 1,000 grams. 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. Because again, from gram to milligram, 1, 2, 3, it's 3 jumps. So it takes 1,000 milligrams to make up 1 gram. And these are the only 3 conversions we're going to need today. Okay? Same thing as we did yesterday. All right, let's look at our converting our metric units. All right, first one. When we convert from small to large, it's going to take less large units because they're bigger than the smaller units. So we're going fly to horse. We divide, of course. We're taking 6,000 grams, which are the fly, and the kilograms are the horse, because I can get 1,000 grams in every single kilogram. We're going to divide, of course. So we're going to take those 6,000 grams and divide them by how many grams are in 1 kilogram, 1,000. So there's 6 kilograms for 6,000 grams. Here's our 6,000 grams broken down into 1,000s. And that's why we're dividing by 1,000. We're breaking them into thousands, which makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 kilograms. On the other side, if we go large to small, horse to fly, it's going to take more smaller units because they're smaller, and it's taking up the same amount of space as the larger unit. So here's our grams. A gram is bigger than a milligram. Horse to fly, multiply. Every one of these grams is 1,000 milligrams. So we're going to do 2 times the 1,000 to get 2,000 milligrams. Okay? All right, that conversion again is down at the bottom of your paper, so you can see it right here if you need it. Kilograms, grams, milligrams. This is the small, which is the fly. This is the big, which is the horse. Okay? 72 grams equals how many milligrams? Well, grams are bigger than milligrams, so we're going horse to fly, multiply. We're going to take those 72 grams and multiply it by how many milligrams are in a gram. 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram, so we're going to multiply by 1,000. I can take my shortcut for my multiples of 10, and 72 times 1, and then put the 3 zeros on the end. 72,000 milligrams. 8,000 grams is how many kilograms? Grams are smaller than kilograms, so we're going fly to horse, divide, of course. We're taking 8,000 grams and dividing it by how many grams are in every one of those kilograms. 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram. So divide it by 1,000. 8 kilograms. 2 million milligrams equals how many kilograms? Well, this is a big jump because we're going from 1/1000th of a gram, skipping past the gram and going to the kilogram, which is 1,000 grams. So first, let's change milligrams into grams. So we're going to divide 2 million by 1,000. Taking these 3 zeros and canceling them out, that would make 2,000 grams. Now I can take my 2,000 grams and change them into kilograms. Every kilogram has 1,000 grams. So how many kilograms could 2,000 grams make? 2. 2 kilograms. Kilograms to grams, I'm going horse to fly, multiply. I'm taking 2,340 kilograms and I'm multiplying it by how many grams in a kilogram? 1,000. So I'm going to do my shortcut, 1 times this number, and then I'm going to annex those 3 zeros on the end. 2,340,000 grams. Same thing as when we do our comparison, you're going to switch one or the other. I'm going to switch this one. That one's going to be easier for me because in a gram there's 1,000 milligrams. So 5 grams would have 5,000 milligrams. That's definitely bigger than 4,000. Let's try this way. 3 kilograms. 3 kilograms and milligrams. I'm going to make these both into grams. So 3 kilograms is the same thing as 3,000 grams. Each one has 1,000. And 40,000 milligrams, I'm going to divide those by 1,000. So I'm going to take off those 3 zeros. It's the same thing as saying 40 grams. Well, 3,000 grams is definitely bigger than 40 grams. I could also have looked up here and saw that 2 million milligrams was the same thing as 2 kilograms. And if I only had 40,000 milligrams, there's no way that can be bigger than 3 kilograms. Kilograms and grams. Let's change our kilograms into grams. This is 1,000 grams per kilogram, so we're going to multiply 64 by 1,000. That's the exact same thing. 5,000 grams and 4 kilograms. I'm going to change these to grams. 4 times 1,000 is 4,000 grams. 5,000 is bigger than 4,000. All right, when you stop this video, you're going to work on your practice. And your practice, hang on, let me find it, looks just like what we were doing. Switch them either to kilograms or grams. The tough ones are going to be when you go from milligrams to kilograms. And when I'm looking at this right now, it doesn't look like any jumps are going to be going from milligrams to kilograms. So you should be fine with that. All right, stop the video, do the best you can, and I will post the answers for you to check.